Hey everybody. I talked about 1,000 coon season, and the three main things you got to have is the raccoon population, you got to have the equipment and the setup to handle it, and you've got to have the drive. Well, this will be my last segment in the garage, but I just want to show you my equipment and my setup. This is a 28 by 50 that I built 3 years ago specifically for trapping fur. That's the sole purpose of this, other than some of the wife's honey-do list of stuff she wants me to do. But just kind of giving you a rundown of what I got in here. I got all my baits and lures set up in one area. I got a skinning machine set up, and if you guys don't have this, I highly recommend it. I got this from a guy that doesn't make them anymore, but A&J Skinning Machines took over. He bought them out, and these things are awesome. If you don't have one, you better, because they're worth their weight in gold. I'm telling you, whether you catch 1,000 or 50, they're awesome. You can't find anything better. Over here, I got my flushing set up. I prefer more of a horizontal beam than most. Most people like it pretty up and down, but for some reason that just kills my back, and this has worked really well for me over the years. When I'm done flushing on that, I put on a board, and I've got a jig that I made over here. I put everything from muskrat all the way to coyotes in this jig, and it's about the right height to where it's eye level to do all my pinning. Just got my tabletop with everything else on it, all my knives and stuff. Got it covered up here with all my gloves, push pins. Got right at 200 raccoon boards after this year. I don't even know how many fur hangers. There's plenty of them up there. But you go back here, and this is the trap modification, snare making, pogo anchors, since I run pogos on everything but my snares. So I'm making all my pogos, my snares back here, and doing a little drinking. But I made this room strictly for freezers when I built this. I wanted all my freezers in one area. I got some storage up top for just some miscellaneous stuff. But I wanted to maximize my room. Last year, I filled these up with about 750 coon. I got pretty nervous because I had maybe room for 15-20 coon, and I was still running well over 100 plus traps. I still remember when I came home, I probably had room, for 15-20 coon, and I caught 50, and I was scrambling, which led me into randomly getting a hold of people, making contacts, finding freezers, because I knew I was still going and pushing hard. And I started getting a hold of people for freezers. I think I got this one and one of them back there, and that got me to my 1082. But since then, I've been looking at Craigslist, Facebook. Always search them, find them. Most years you can find freezers for 50 bucks, 100 bucks. Jump on them. If you ever want to, get some numbers up there, you need the freezer space. And that's not going to happen a week before season. This year with the whole COVID thing, yeah, they've been pretty tough to find. I did manage to find one more this year, but that's about it. But earlier this year, I bought this. It's a 10 by 10 by 8 walk-in. It's, for the markets I got with everything going on, that will be my lifesaver for sure. I can't even explain to you how excited I am about using that sucker. But yeah, this is my shop. Actually, here's one of the A&J skinning machines itself. I bought at the convention. Since I do have a skinner that helps me, this year is probably going to be quite a bit. But this way I can run 2 at a time. I've been dyeing traps here recently. I got, it's 8 dozen, so 96 in each tote. All my dog proofs are dyed. I always double check your tags. Make sure from the previous year that, the raccoon didn't rip them off. I actually double trap tag most all mine. Especially if one's not legible. I throw 2 on there, and I tight roll them around one side of the link. I just feel like the coon rip them off a lot less than just wrapping around both. You know, it's been exciting here, week and a half. I got my drying rack out here with all my dog proofs, well, not all of them. I got quite a few back there, but I still got another 100 or so out here, finishing up my 330s. Got a whole bunch I need to box up yet, but yeah, we're getting there. It's crunch time. Anywho, I just want to show you guys my setup. All the watermelon bins are, because that walk-in freezer's full of all last year's fur that's finished, ready to go. I'm actually sending it off to a fur buyer on Monday, so we'll see how that goes. But still got some work to do in here, but it's time. I mean, if you're not getting stuff ready yet, you best be on it. So next video here being a couple days, I'm going to be showing some scouting, the things and the trails that I believe most trappers overlook. I know I did up until about 2 years ago, and it was about 2 years ago I was around the 400 mark. So, you know, my numbers went up 600 raccoon just in 2 years because of finding these subtle trails that I'm going to show you. So stay tuned, and it's going to get interesting real quick. I'm looking forward to it. Take care, guys.